Yo-yo and hello, my name is Lydia and this is my 25-pound yo-yo. Now, today what I'd like to talk about is the effect that the pandemic has had on the yo-yo dieter. Now, as someone who has struggled with yo-yo dieting their whole life, the pandemic has really had a profound effect on my diet habits. Now, normally, I do my weight swing of 25 pounds, and it takes about 2 to 3 years to actually complete a whole weight gain, weight loss swing. However, the pandemic has actually shortened the amount of time that it takes for me to do this swing, and I have yo-yoed 2 full cycles in just 1 year. I looked to the internet, of course, as we all do, to find someone to commiserate with, but I couldn't find anything. There are lots of stories about the COVID-19 and about how many people have gained weight over the pandemic. There are conversely lots of stories, especially about celebrities who have used this time to work on their bodies and lose weight over the pandemic. If you search for yo-yo dieting, there's lots of stories about how yo-yo dieting is bad and stop the yo-yo and lots of advice, but I couldn't find anything specifically about the pandemic and yo-yo dieters, because this completely blows my mind. How did I manage to gain and lose the same amount of weight twice in 1 year? I think it all comes down to 2 things, having too much time and feeling too much guilt. Anyways, I will unpack that a little bit later, but for now, here's a little clip explaining what this whole pandemic was like for me and my yo-yo dieting behavior.
This is the story of my pandemic yo-yo. When the pandemic hit and we were all sent home, I kept wondering, whatever am I going to do with all of this extra time? Then I had a great idea. I am going to eat and drink whatever I want and treat this just like extra vacation. Besides, how long could this possibly last anyway? But by the time May came, not only were we still under lockdown, but I was now heavier and out of shape. So I got back into running. For the month of June, I ran every day, and for the month of July, I ran a total of 150 kilometers. By August, I was so sick of running. All I wanted to do was sleep all day and eat everything in sight. You couldn't pay me to run. But after doing nothing for a month, I was now heavier than I was back in May, and I knew that something had to change. And that's when I knew I was going to join Noom. I began to live my Noomy life. I ate within my calorie budget, I exercised, and I logged everything in the Noom app. I was in control. By October, I had lost about 5 pounds. I was sticking to the plan, and I was succeeding. By November, I had added daily walks to increase my daily step count, as well as increasing the amount of water I was drinking. All was good. When December rolled around, my weight loss had completely stalled out. I was still doing all the same things, but it was not working. Then I had an idea. I know what I need. I need intensity! Let's turn that daily walk into a daily run, and let's also add a daily HIIT workout. I mean, we were doing okay with activity before, but we can do even better. But even with the increased activity, my weight loss was still stalled out. So I had the idea that what I needed to do was eat less, and less, and less, and less. I did make it to my goal weight, and I think I was probably happy for about a second. I was too angry and irritable to go on like that. When the new year had arrived, I had ditched the diet and all of the extreme exercise. I did, however, keep the long walks. As my sanity started to return, sadly, so did my weight. So, in the past year, I have gone up and down, and then again up and down, and then up halfway, the same 20 pounds. I'm not currently on a diet, but I know me, and it won't be long until I decide to do this all over again.
So there you have it. The pandemic has given us the gift of time. The gift of time to have to ourselves, to be able to work on ourselves and to be able to better ourselves. But this was not the gift that the yo-yo dieter needed. Because for me at least, what this did is give me the gift of time to obsess. One of the things that has saved me from my obsessive behaviors has been life. Before the pandemic, there were other things I had to deal with, my kids, other activities, just going to work, a bunch of other noise in my life that prevented me from focusing all of this energy on my body, on my fitness regimen, on weight loss, all the energy that I didn't have before, all of a sudden I do have. With this gift of time has also come this curse of guilt. So for me, whenever I'm not doing these things, whenever I'm not focusing on how I'm eating and how many calories I'm burning a day and how I'm taking care of myself, I get this guilt that I'm never going to get this time back, that this was a blessing in order to have this time to work on myself. So if there ever was a time that I was going to achieve success, finally, now was going to be the time. Because I don't have to worry about commuting to work. I don't have to worry about finding time to go to the gym. I don't have to worry about all the ways that I was going to achieve success because I have all of this time and there's no excuses for not cooking all my own meals and doing it in a healthy way. There's no excuse for not exercising every day, and there's no excuse for not monitoring all these healthy behaviors in some sort of tracking app to keep me on track. So the pandemic has put more stress on this already weight-obsessed, diet culture-obsessed mind and has managed to get me to a point where I'm actually doing the whole yo-yo swing multiple times in a very, very, very short window. Like normally this swing would have taken me a couple of years, but instead I was able to do it twice in a very, very, very short amount of time. And as the pandemic is still not over, I can already feel it within me. Even though I've said, no, I don't want to do this right now. It's been too much. It was too hard on my body. It was too hard on my mind. It only takes a few weeks for time to go by, and then I start to think, well, maybe I will give it a go. Again, the weight has swung up a few pounds. I would love to get back to goal. So yeah, maybe I will take it on again in the future. Anyways, until next time, yo-yo and let's go.